Hey, this is Overwatch video here, and this is kind of catered towards newer people. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be going over each map, not in just this video, but a map of video, right? And I'm just going to kind of show you guys around the maps and show you some spots that you guys can look for and stuff like that. This is more catered towards newer players. If you're an advanced player, you might understand some of this, but for the main part, it's all going to be kind of news for new people, right? And then let me real quick, in order to do this, we're just gonna look and choose a character. And this will kind of help people that are newer to the game. Hopefully, you kind of understand the maps a little bit more, understand what they're looking at, and understand just how to play through the maps. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. As well as if you have any want to see what map you want to see next, let me know. Because there's a lot of maps to go over, and I'm looking for Eggle. There she is. There's a lot of maps to go over, and so. It would just be cool, to, for people to give me an idea and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so the first one we're going to go over is probably one of the community favorite maps, and that's going to be King's Row.
Now,
so King's Row is a pretty cool map.
King's Row.
It is definitely community favorite.
Ready to learn.
And we'll see why. So the nice thing about King's Row is that when you start from the game, you actually want to come out this side on over here. The left side is spawn. It's a lot quicker.
Gaining altitude.
And then you're going to be coming up here to attack, right? So the nice thing about this attack mode is there's all of this high grounds, right? I'm on the high ground. There's a little door over there. There's high ground here, right? So there's a ton of different high ground on this map, and you can see there and there, right? There's some stuff up there. So if you're holding back here, it's a really good spot because you have a mega health pack right down here that you can run to get healing, though you don't have to take it off your supports. These spots too are really nice because what you want to do is when you're playing the game, right? Maybe you have a tank up here that's defending, or probably back here like a Sigma. What you want to do as that tank is you're actually going to want to back up to this corner over here, right? That'll give spots for your DPS that are up on these high ground spots over here to actually shoot down on the team to set up a crossfire and allow your supports to be back here nice and safe while they're healing you and you're doing some tanking, right? Another thing to think about, there's a mini here, there's a mini right here, and then there's also a mini up in that left-hand corner up there. So, now there are these little flank routes that you're probably not going to see too much. What you guys could actually use this to your advantage because people are not using these routes. So, I mean, you guys could theoretically sit here. Just at higher rank, someone notices you, you're way out of position, way far away from your team. Maybe with a life weaver that could pull you. Another place I do find myself hiding, usually on tank, like a wrecking ball, is right here. Is in a bad spot. Now at higher ranks, it's gonna be a little bit more dangerous, but it is a decent flank route because, like, let's say the Widow, you can come up and kill them really quick, and you have a really nice escape route just right here, right to your team, to then the mini right here. But for the most part, you're going to sit here as a tank. You got high ground up here for a longer range, That's kind of the first point, right? You come through here, you take the point, you're good. And now, there are some hit spots. So, if you look here, this is the streets phase. So this phase is real interesting because you have a high ground up top here, right? That can contest with a high ground here. You move on over here, you have there. Flank route here, which comes to be right here. There's a medkit right there. There's a mega right there. So if you're a flanker, use that mega, right? You can also flank over there theoretically by going up the top down here, or you saw over there very shortly ago. You get a little mini right there, and you got some high ground there. Flanking right here is a really nice spot too. But for the most part, the attackers come straight down this row right here. There's a fight here, and then there's going to be a fight right here. So you have pretty good cover here. The only issue is once they get to about here, if you're here as a DPS or support, you want to back up here to get the extra cover. Because the issue is if you're there, you're going to get caught out and you're going to die. There's also high ground up here. So I mean, there's a ton of different high ground on King's Row. It's a great map. You can also come up here for whatever reason if you might help you out in a game.
Greetings.
But, use these flank routes, use these high ground positions to get on top of your opponents. If you're like a Genji or Tracer, you might even be able to get up here. If the team's down here and kill them, or maybe there's like a Hans or Widow sniping here, walk up behind them, crouch, and just kill them.
Help me!
Right? Now, another thing, so after this phase, right, you get to the last phase, there's high ground here, pretty nice. shooting down on the enemy team. If you're on offense, shooting over here, right? High grounds. Now you have some ideas. So you have a mini here, you have a mega right there, you have a little spot right here. You can peek up. If anyone that's over here, right? You got, you know, high ground here, just really good high ground too, just like this spot. You got a mega there. You can flank here. Usually the card will walk down here. The defending team will hold it about either here or right here. So if they do, you know, you just push them, and then they'll spawn out of there or there. Now, something to think about is the fact that the map is here, and lower ranks people will fall off of it. The nice thing is some characters, like as you see Echo, for example, can actually just drop underneath, scroll down here, and then use her jump and be right up behind them. This works for a bunch of different characters. Ball, Doomfist, Pharah. Kind of just try it out. I think characters have decent movement, and you guys come up here, right on top of a support, you know. There's a lot of different things you can do. But for the most part, if you're on defense here, you're going to want to hold these high ground positions. If you're like a DPS, even if like a support. Your tank will often be right here, holding this corner. This is a good spot where they can back up. And then hold right this corner, you know, if they need to. Especially using the cart when it's around this area as cover. Yeah, for the most part, you just hold high ground and then shoot down on them. This high ground is an amazing area right here that people in the lower ranks don't really use too much. That you can camp like an Ash up here. The Widow could go up there. And yeah, then you guys just take it. That's kind of King's map in itself of just the main areas people go. Now, let's say, let's go look over here real quick. So let's say you're coming out of spawn. Let's say you're an Echo, right? So a decent spot to be an Echo is to start up at top. Now you want to look certain areas, right? So you're at the spawn door. You want to look here for Widow, here for Widow. You know, just for characters that can shoot you. Maybe they'll be down there at the lower ranks, right? But you want to see what your threats are, right? Assess the situation. Next, you know, you can come on over here, and now you have high ground, right? So you have like your tank here, maybe your support's healing them from behind. Now you have high ground. So now you get to assess once again. You know, what do they have? Maybe they have a Mei right there. Maybe they have a Ash in the back or an Honor right there. But generally, it's the tank's going to want to play right through here and run around this loop, right? So that's where they should be going. So high ground right there. That's a nice second place to go. Now you probably don't want to use your shift there. Your shift's more of a disengage. But now your tank is now rotating here, either there or is going through there, going through the little hotel place, right? So if he goes through there, he's coming out behind them. It's behind their supports, behind their enemy line. Now if they do that, what's going to happen is the enemy team will turn towards your tank and your team. That means you have all their backs to you, right? Now your issues will arise if they have someone here or if they have someone here. So your job as Echo is a flanker. So you're going to flank behind, right? Now, don't dive. But, you know, just do your combo and kill them, right? You get a pick. You're good. Now that you have made that pick, let's say there's no one up here, just this person right here. Now you have control of this high ground, that high ground, and all of that technically, if they have no one else that can contest. So your team has full control of this high ground.
Greetings.
So now that you're back here, you can shoot down, you can shoot at them, right? And if you get pressured too much, you can move over here, maybe you can land on your support, or always take that. So that's a good way to attack the first point by getting these high ground positions and shooting down. And at lower ranks, which I'm hoping this is the kind of the guide for is the lower rank, that all they'll be doing is sitting down here, and they'll be shooting right here. So if you go up there and you're shooting down on them, they see you, they shoot at you, and you rotate out that door over to here, or like rotate out that door, go there, and rotate up here. Now you have high ground, so they'll be shooting at you, and they'll be shooting at you here, maybe. But the thing is if you look real quick, so if you're right here, is Echo.
Hello.
Right? Shooting out at them. Maybe you can't see them too well, but you get what I'm saying, right? You can just do this and crouch, and they can't really damage you too much, you know? Play right here, shoot at them. Crouch if you need to, if you're taking damage, and get you a little health back. It's right there just for you, right? Now the issue for these guys, if they're here and they're shooting at you, they have no cover. They have to come back here. And what's going to happen is if they move back here to then deal with you, let's say support and a DPS are now shooting at you from this angle of cover, right? So you are taking a 1v2, which is all right. You have cover, and they're taking a 2v1. Now what that means is now your frontlining team has taken a 4v3. So it might be more of an advanced concept, but the way of thinking is you're drawing two people's attention from your team. So now your team's fighting a 4v3 instead of a 5v5 or a 4v5, right? Top of that, if you get a pick, it's a 5v4. And
Hey
if
there.
you sneak up around here, you could literally just come straight up top here
Hi.
and just rain havoc on the enemy team, you know? Distract them, annoy them.
Greetings.
So, now if you're on defense for Echo,
Hi.
High ground isn't an awful spot. The only
Hey
thing
there.
is she can't one-shot, so if they have like an Ashe or a Widow or a Hanzo, it's going to be a little bit more scary to duel them right here. So really, you're going to probably find yourself here, shooting down if you're going to shoot down from afar, right? Another thing is if they do take this high ground right here, you know, you might want to rotate right on over here. But then you can't see the front. So high ground is good. Another place you could play, theoretically, is you could play over
Hi.
here. Now this gets you access to their back line just by simply walking over here. So if they're playing a comp,
Hi.
or if they're, you know, if they're lower ranks and they don't even check this area, come up here and contest you at all, you just have free lane on the back line. So if they start pushing to the choke, they're dead. You get a free pick, come over here. Maybe you fly over here so your team can hit you, and you're just up here in the air doing your thing. It's easy, right? The way you don't want to find
Hey
yourself
there.
is here as Echo. This isn't an awful position because you can still escape to the high ground if they push in. So it's not awful. But where you really don't want to find yourself is right here. This is where the tank should be. You don't need to do that. So Echo is an interesting character
Hello.
because she does have pretty decent spam. You know, with her main attack and her grenades,
Nothing
right?
wrong.
But she's really meant for a dive comp and all that kind of stuff. So I probably wouldn't run her on attack, but if you are a super intense Echo main, that is fine.
Hi.
Right? Now, we're running on Streets phase, so they're probably going to have hit scan over there. Maybe they'll have some at the Mega, people peeking here. So, you have free reign to come back here. Now you have access
Hey
to their
there.
back line, right, their tank. Now, I wouldn't go do this by yourself, but if your team's pushing a little bit, you can do some pretty good damage.
Taking
Another
flight.
thing you can do is you can actually flank around either the way I just showed you, or you come up here, go through here, which is a little open. But another thing you can do is go through right there, or if you're on here, you can literally just flank this entire part right here. And boom. Walking right through everything, right past the enemy team. And they're dead. They're dead.
Greetings.
So there's some cool flank rounds for Echo to do some flanking. If
Hi.
they damage you a little bit, you can have two options of grabbing the Mega, or
Taking
just
flight.
running back to your team, you know. Maybe a little pot shot before you get back there. But you get what I'm saying, right? And now on defense as Echo, what I would recommend
Hi.
is this is a decent spot. Just pressuring them down, doing damage. But another thing is before that even starts, you could honestly come up right up here. Try and get some pot shots in them. I wouldn't commit to a fight right there.
Greetings.
And the reason being is because if you drop here,
Hey
this
there.
is their space, right? So think of this, like let's say your team
Defending.
is fighting right here. Let's say you have a Reinhardt pin set up right
Hello.
here fighting, and their team is right here fighting. If you drop behind here, you're dropping in their space, so you're more likely to die, right? Sure, you can drop down and maybe at a lower rank, you do that and you kill them, and then you fly up and you
Repositioning.
get away. But you're gonna get
Hi.
punished eventually for it. So honestly, you could try. You might be able to hit someone from down there and kill them, right? If they're low enough. But I wouldn't drop down. But basically, you're just doing spam damage, getting set up. And then they'll push through, You know, you can take high ground here, characters, high ground there, right? Contest it. More high ground when if you're pushing, you know, contest the high ground. If you're attacking, you always want to contest the high ground so that they don't have it. When you get this high ground
Greetings.
on offense, you have control of this entire area. Then you push here, you fight. You have two options. You can come up here and try and shoot them. I don't like this because all this area is blocked off, so I would prefer just going over here. And as Echo, it's super easy. Now you have a control of this entire area. Shoot down and you just win. And so, that might have been a little bit more rambling than I should have done. It's my first time doing this. But that's the general consensus of King's Row, right? You hold the high ground, you shoot them, you back up, you shoot them, you flank. I don't think I missed really anything too crazy on this map. So yeah, hopefully any new players did
Hi.
learn some stuff out of this, and hopefully this video is alright. Give me a suggestion of any other maps in the future you want to hear. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it and learned anything, please consider
Greetings.
giving me a like, and hopefully you subscribe for more. Have a good one.